For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below.
Hello, welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you a review on the Vango Rivendale range of inflatable tent. So the Rivendale, this is actually the 800XL, and it's actually got the front canopy, sort of front awning canopy on it as well. So disregard that. So really the tent only starts from about here and works its way back. So it's a model that carries over into the 2017 season from 2016 with a few tweaks and changes. Really drastic improvement, actually, to be perfectly honest with you. There's a few things in there that really make it quite a different tent, and actually in terms of value for money, what else is on the market, it pretty much beats it hand down. So the joys obviously of the 800XL is it's obviously nice, big and airy, sleep 8 people, but you've got the 3 sections. So you've got that sort of front canopy area, a nice sort of living area, and then a very essential sleeping area. There is a new size in the Rivendale range. They've actually introduced a 500XL, so it's a new sort of size. Personally, I think you're probably better off going for the Doris 500XL, and you can then buy the front canopy to go on the front of it. But for me, the 800XL, for that bigger, larger size, like I said, there's not really many things on the market that's going to beat it. One thing to make note is obviously of the fabric they use. So it's a really beautiful blue fabric. It's 150 denier, 5000 mil, hydrostatic head, so really nice and waterproof, but it's thicker. So it's double the thickness of what your normal tent will be at. So in terms of making it last longer, being more durable, it's a great thing. You've got the unique thing of Vango's airspeed valves. So it's a patented valve that Vango have designed themselves. Very quick and easy to use, and we go through numerous different things about the pitching videos of this tent. So you can always check out myself pitching this tent. I've done the whole thing, I think about 10 minutes flat. So that's one person on their own. So that's where this sort of thing speaks for itself. Major changes they've made for the 2017 season. They've introduced a extra panel along the top, which is like a window. Purpose being extra light inside there, make it brighter area, and what you've also got is a curtain as well to get your privacy when you want to. They've actually increased the ventilation panels as well, so you've got it's 50% bigger on the lower points and same on the back point above the bedroom areas. Really, it's just to help with condensation, get a good circulation coming through. One quite drastic change they've actually made is for the front canopy. As you can see, we've got it here. The zip actually starts from all the way down the bottom here now. Previously, in years gone by, it's just been at the top, so it's been just sort of a zip from the top. But that's a much more thorough job, to be fair, and it actually makes this sort of extra sort of front exclusive canopy actually more part of the tent rather than an add-on. So it becomes a beautiful, nice, big monster. One thing you can actually do as well is they've actually introduced a second side door. So last year, currently you had sort of the main door from the living area into the front, but now you've got a second side door, both with mesh on there, so it really makes it extra versatile. So this particular model, I think for value for money, is brilliant. If you look at sort of the comparing models, like I said, from Camper or Attwoolls or anyone like that, where it stands for the features you get, really great idea. Also, obviously, tons of optional extras you can look at with Vango. So things like the front awning / canopy, which we've got here. They then do sort of like a sun canopy. So it's just a roof, no sides, and just sort of an alloy pole. You've then got the benefits of footprints. Footprint for me is an absolute essential thing for this particular model. Anything with a sun and ground sheet, you must have a footprint. Just keeps the base nice and clean and dry, and certainly when you pack it up, saves you an awful lot of hassle, I can assure you. Carpets are available. They do sort of a really nice sort of universal or official carpet you can purchase, so that's really worth having a look at. Other things that make a point about is what we call a skyliner. So skyliner goes actually on the roof to give that layer almost like a double glazing effect. Helps obviously preserve the tent and help it stop being damaged by UV or bird muck or tree sap or things like that. So also that extra layer, almost like I said, double glazing effect, makes it a lot cooler inside and helps battle condensation. So that for me is a really good extra to have a look at and certainly consider if you were looking to purchase one of these. But we'll talk through a few more features about the Rivendale when we head on inside. But I said initially from the outside, really positive model and plenty of talking points. So let's check out the inside. So now we're inside the Rivendale. First thing you can quite clearly see is the separate sections we have inside the tent. So at the back you've got obviously the sleeping area, your main living area, and then your nice big open canopy area here. So the canopy area, obviously, it's really nice and versatile. You've got a zip up door at the front here, which you can sort of have in 2 positions as well. So you can actually have it sort of zipped across about halfway down and just use it as a small door, or have it completely open like I've got inside the tent here. Obviously from the outside you could see it had the extra section on top, which is obviously the awning, which is a consideration to sort of think at. It's just one beam, so it's only a little bit bigger if you wanted to go for that. In the canopy area, obviously nice and decent sized depth. You can more happen to get sort of a larder or anything like that inside of here. Plenty of height throughout. And one thing actually as well, which is quite nice, is obviously the window panels on the side. So you've got the versatility of having light and sort of ceiling on the front up. So the front's actually got windows as well, so you can make it completely enclosed on the inside. So all you've got is, for the windows, they zip up and down. You've got a sort of pocket just nice and neatly there. Or if you wanted to do the top part as well, that goes up and then makes it completely enclosed. You can see that really adds your privacy to the tent. Joys, obviously, because of being zipped, you can go it halfway, so if you just want the skylights open, just tuck that back like so. You still get a bit of light in without having everyone sort of peering in as well. So that's a great little thing. And when you come down to zip it down the bottom, it just goes in a little pocket down the bottom here. And then you've got a little toggle point as well, that just holds it in place. So really great little features, and like I said, all the window panels are the same. So even in sort of the main living area, you've got the joys of that skylight, and you can zip up to there as you please. The dividing door between the sort of canopy area and the main living area is fixed, but you've got a lovely big PVC window through here. Quite clearly you can actually see there, that's actually the extra bedroom that's supplied with the Rivendale 500XL. So you've got 6 at the back and then an extra 2 berth here. So what I would personally do is take that down during the daytime, make use of that internal room, and then if you've got something in the evening, literally pop it up, put your guests inside of it. That way you actually generate and have a lot more room, usable room, because that inner bedroom will actually take up about 1/4 of the living area. So taking it out, like I said, during the daytime is a massive point, I would say. You do actually, like I said, buy on the outside all the extras. With the footprint, you get a footprint for the canopy area as well. So if you wanted to seal this up and make it one enclosed area, by buying the footprint, you got that extra little beneficial part to it. The door on the front has obviously your normal tent door, but you've also got a mesh door as well. So you can zip that up, leave the front door completely open, have a beautiful circulation of air inside the tent, but not have to worry about sort of bugs and critters and whatnot coming in, because it's all sort of sealed up. So that's a really nice thing. But like I said, with the nice PVC window, you can get beautiful lighting as well. So you've got, obviously, a window where the bedroom was as well. So that can come down, roll back, and like I said, add more light inside the tent. One thing that's certainly obviously very apparent, I said, it is the amount of detail and features you have inside sort of this level air beam tent. So even like the 500 or the 800XL, which I'm in, you've just got, it's just clearly very well thought out. Things like, you know, low level ventilation to help with condensation. You've got zipping down curtains. Every door that leads externally from the living area is mesh. So you've got 2 side doors now. Last year for the 2016 season, you only had the 1 on this side. So 2017, the price is actually round about the same it was last year. So for the same amount of money, you get more features, more built into it, which makes it just that much better value. It was a very good tent last year, and actually what they've done as well, one thing I did mention in last year's video, was the pitch of the roof. They've altered the pitch of the roof to make it taller, so now in the corners, I'm fine. You know, being 6'2", 6'3", it was sort of slightly more on a lean, so they've angled the pitch of this roof much differently, and now it actually feels more roomier. If you compare it to, say, something like the Illusion, admittedly the Illusion's probably got more features built into it to worth considering, but in terms of hitting a price point and still not compromising on all the features you get inside a tent, this Rivendale, like I said, does really become great value. So other things they've sort of chopped and changed for the 2017 season is a brand new concept called Skyrail or Skytrack. So this actually is a beading that's just fixed onto the beams, sort of the actual sleeve of the beam. And it's almost like a little beading. So the principle of beading is you can actually attach clips onto here, hang lanterns, hang any accessory you wanted to onto it. So it's a very well thought out system. Certainly over the next sort of coming years, Vango are going to introduce more accessories to go on this sort of Skyrail system. So the joys of it actually is just means it becomes incredibly versatile. So each tent comes, I think, with about 10 clips, which you can pretty much mean you can put it anywhere you want it to. So if you want to put a lantern here, 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 anywhere you want, it just gives you that own bespoke part of it. Likewise, you wanted to put a rail or something in, put two across, put a rail across. It just makes, it means every tent can be customized to your own purpose. In the sleeping area, like I said, you've got a 2, 2, and a 2 with the extra 2 berth. That's your 8 berth. This section here is actually 1 inner, and it can be completely zipped out to make it 4 if you wanted to. So if it's myself and I want to put a nice big bed in there or something like that, and leave the kids to have their own bedroom and in a bedroom there, why the hell not? Get your own privacy, get your own space. It's brilliant. Other features that you get on this particular model, which you don't get anything below it, is things like storage pockets. So just here, you've got storage pockets for keys, books, that sort of thing, just to declutter the area. So not only have you got them externally on what we call this pelmet, but you've got them internally in terms of the bedrooms. So inside the bedrooms, again, you've got the ability to put them in there, put torches and things like that. So when you wake up in the middle of the night and want to go to the toilet, grab your torch, you know exactly where it is, go off and do your business. So really, really positive model. Like I said, with the addition of the sort of Skytrack rail and the price point, the extra windows, the extra door, it really makes this tent really great value for the money. And certainly when you've got things like the cable entry points as well, so down the bottom here, down the front you've got cable entry points, you've got one on that side as well, just down by this beam, and then the final one over on the side, it just gives the tent a bit more of a complete feel to it. And like I said, with the extras of skyliners and things like that, the possibilities are pretty much endless. So admittedly last year you're probably better buying the Illusion. You still are for all the features of the Illusion, which you can check out that video. But when you get to this point and this price point, the value of this in comparison to last year and other models, like I said, has got a lot of talking points about it, and it's a really good model. So I mean, generally, I said the 500 is probably not going to be as big a seller as the 800XL, but it still offers that sort of key features without, say, the massive size of someone wants this sort of tent. So, but in essence, really positive for the Vango Rivendale range, and certainly one we're stocking for the 2017 season, and something to check out.